anti-vax and anti-mask parents, right? Outside in the public, they are anti-vax and anti-mask. You have the right to be that if you choose to. In the public, you can do that. You can protest, you can assemble, not an issue. But here's what they decided to do. They decided to harass parents and children who had on masks. Let me take you to the first video.
Masking children is child abuse.
It is.
You mask your child, you're a child abuser.
Ron DeSantis even admitted. Look at the 1918 Spanish flu. They didn't die of Spanish flu, they died of bacteria pneumonia. It's even on the NIH government website. Look it up. He's gonna be traumatized because you put that mask on him and you don't let him breathe through it. You're traumatized.
That's my choice.
Yeah, well,
that's my choice. You better respect my choice too.
No, you're propagandized. You're not being told the truth. You're scaring your kid by yelling. You're scaring your kid by yelling.
Thank you for stopping.
Look at all these stupid people there. Like, I hate it.
They don't get it because they don't get it. They don't understand. They've been dumbed down.
No mandates on our children.
Mothers, parents should decide what goes into their children and what goes over their face. Stop the mandates. Take your hands off of our children. Big Pharma. Yeah, Big Pharma, take your hands off of our children.
It's a damn shame. They are now harassing children. Now remember the irony once again. The irony is this. They say people need to be independent. They need their freedom. They should be able to make their own decision. And look at how they're treating people. Look at how they're treating parents. Look at how they're treating children who wear a mask. This is not about independent liberty. This is not about civil intrusion. This is not about that whatsoever. This is a cult-like behavior, pure and simple. Samuel Braslow, a staff writer from the Beverly Hills Courier, shared a series of videos highlighting these anti-vax protesters. Once they arrived at Hawthorne Elementary in Beverly Hills, they continued their picketing against requirements and the state announcement of a vax mandate. Let me go to the next video.
You should choose what goes on your child's face and in your child's body. This is rape. Yeah, this is rape. They're trying to rape our children with this poison.
They say it's rape. I want you to think about what that does. There are real rape victims in the world. As horrible as this sounds, there's somebody being raped right now. And people like this would trivialize a great evil in order to fit and promote their political narrative, their misguided ideology. Shame on them, every single one of them. While the Beverly Hills Unified School District does not require vaccinations, there is a vax mandate from Governor Newsom that announced Friday. Guess what? It does not go into effect until you have FDA approval for all vaccinations for kids. So not anything happening right now. Let's go to the third video.
Do you see all these homeless people around? Are they dead in the streets of COVID? Hell no. Why? Where are the biohazard bins for these masks? Where are they?
That was on Hollywood Boulevard. You see, this issue, this element in our society is everywhere, not just isolated in one place or the other. Nita Turner, have you ever seen anything like this before?
It's outrageous. I mean, these people are literally crazy. They fighting for the wrong things. I wish they put that energy into fighting child hunger. You know, imagine if they were using that energy for something much more profound than trying to stop people from walking their children to school and also wearing masks if they want to. And your point about the state of California mandating after it is FDA approved, there are also religious and medical exemptions also will apply as well. You know, children get about 10 shots already before they enter school. What makes this one so different? It is the craziness that is being percolated by people who who have, fancy titles or who have some standing in society, just whipping people up, and they are amped up. I mean, they are turned all the way up, Doc. It's crazy. And another point I want to make is that a lot of people keep talking about the quickness by which this vaccine was developed. Well, no stuff, Sherlock. I mean, we have a global pandemic. We needed scientists and researchers and other folks in the ecosystem of trying to figure out how to help us tame this. However, I want to share this with our viewers, that researchers really began working on developing vaccines for these types of diseases after they were discovered in 2003 and also 2012, respectively. In other words, there are some variables within the COVID-19 virus that mimic or favor other viruses. So this is not the first time that these researchers have come across some of these variables that's in this virus. Not the first time. So all of this stuff is it didn't just happen overnight, and we need people to understand that.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because the ingredients, for lack of a better phrase, the ingredients have been tested and studied for roughly 20 years. And when you look at the amount of money, the number of clinical trials, as well as the amount of focus placed on this one issue, you had a global focus on one issue at one time in American history or human history. You have never had that level of scrutiny, clinical trials, money, and also studied ingredients being tested, surveyed, and tried during these clinical trials. You have never had that kind of intensity in a study before for a vaccine. And now you have. And going back to the gubernatorial order, it doesn't impact anyone until they are FDA approved.